The last 2 hours have been such a whirlwind. It's. I'm glad I'm here, and I'm glad. Okay, everything seems to be working. You guys can hear me, okay? Yeah, the volume thing looks like it's going. Everybody's over there saying hi in chat, which is great. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Full Spaley Model Railroad channel. I am your host. I think I'm the host. I'm Rick Bailey, or so it says right there. The last 2 hours, 3 hours have been hectic. My kids and their mother went on a mini vacation this week, and they're on their way home. So they were getting ready this evening around 5:30. Around 6 o'clock to board a plane, and I was sitting around and I was nervous for them because it's their, I guess you could say it's their second time on a plane. The first trip was when they went to their destination, and now this is their second plane coming home. So first time that all three of my kids have ever been on an airplane. So I was sitting around. I was nervous for them. I wanted to make sure that I got to see that, or got to see them on a video chat, and got to talk to them, and made sure that they were okay with getting on the plane and nobody was nervous, and let them know that I missed them and I love them and all that jazz. In doing that, I lost track of what day it was and what my activities were scheduled for. And after I saw that their plane was a little delayed, and then finally they got on the plane and everything was fine, it was around 6:15. I decided I was going to go to the gym because I was mind flustered and didn't think anything else. So I got ready for the gym, and I left here. I don't know, it was around 6:30. Got to the gym. Got ready for my routine, got on the treadmill. Normally I do about an hour on the treadmill. And I got about 15 minutes into it, and it's about maybe 10 minutes to 7. And that's when I realized you've got Friday Modeling Magic tonight, and you got to be home to do a live show. So you're not going to be able to do all this because, of course, I didn't set anything up prior, right? So none of what I normally have up on these monitors was all set up. So I had to cut the gym a little short. I only did a 30-minute run tonight, and rush back here. And then, of course, I had to get everything set up, get it all up and running. And for some reason, this computer lately always seems to take its time after it has to be woken up, whether it's a startup or we're just coming back from sleep. And I don't know why. I think it might be the hard drives. I'm not having any errors with them, but I think they've just seen their age. For anyone who knows computer talk, they are standard SATA hard drives, meaning they have the disks in them that spin. I really do need to upgrade to the chips, the solid state drives, and I think that's going to make everything better. So, no, unfortunately, Artie, I was getting to that. I am glad that you guys are not here. I was polite enough to change my shirt because I was all kinds of sweaty, but if you were here, you would smell something not so pleasant. So yeah, no shower. My hair is still sweaty, so this is not my best look, but I'm here to put on the show and get it done. So that's what we're gonna do with. So tonight we're gonna dive into this this new building that we decided on last week. This Franklin Electric Power and Light Company. It is by Railroad Kits. There's also another name for it, for the company, or the company merged, or they have another product that I think their website goes after. I'll see if I can find it in a little bit. But we're gonna get to this. This is going to be fun, I think, because there are no instructions as we went over the last time, other than the couple of pages that they gave you in a printout, which was a PDF document that just shows you how to put the structure together. There's no written instructions. There's nothing. It's not like IKEA where it's step by step, plug this, screw that, glue this, none of that. So we're going to be doing a little bit of guessing here. Micro Lumina is the company. Thank you so much, 3Dub. Appreciate that. I saw these guys at, I believe it was when I was in Timonium one year. And that's when I was first introduced to them. And I saw their buildings and some of their lighting options. And they also do, I think they also do 3D prints of certain items. So definitely check them out. And I think the price of their kits are really, really affordable. They're not too crazy. And this kit is, in my opinion, it's large. It's one standing building. There's a staircase on the side, and then it has two outcroppings. This looks like a picture rendering of the building. But you can kind of get the idea of just how large of a building it is. And I think, I think it's going to be, interesting. So, let's get into that. But, as always, I know you guys aren't really here to see me. I did my hello. You want to see the lady of the hour and make sure that she's okay. And I promise you that she is, but, you can all say hello. Here comes Rita. All right. I see everybody in chat's kind of still saying hello. Looks like Lynn McCurdy is on his way to Wells, Nevada. And his original comment was watching from Wells, Nevada, on his way to Montana. So safe trip, my friend. Hope everything goes great. People still coming in. Chat was going crazy. I think Dwight Curley was the first one in this evening, so he gets the virtual cookie. Thank you, Dwight, for dropping something in the chat earlier. I had a sleep in again. Need to go to the train room, though. Okay. All right. Glad Rail Artist says, hello, Foltzy. Yeah, that's a new one. I got 2 boxes of kits for you to put together, Rick. Well, the next time you're over here, drop them off, let me know, and we'll figure something out. I could certainly do that. I would be more than happy to. How is Jim? Who is Jim? And does anybody know how Jim is? Dwight Curley says, Rick Tree. Hello. Just traveling through chat. Just be sure to examine the clapboard siding closely. They had a habit of cutting it upside down. Oh, so we only have, that's a good point. So this particular kit, I'm just checking. This particular kit only has a few small pieces that are clapboard. And honestly, it looks to me, no, I'm not looking at it upside down. I can't tell. No, I think it's right side up. Dropped one piece. Hold on. Oh, hey, bring this down here. All right. Now it looks like it's printed right side up. I'm just trying to run my finger across. It's weird because it doesn't feel like clapboard. It feels like okay, so clapboard is, you know, angle in, angle in, angle in, angle in. This feels like they just went like grooves straight down the board. Like I can't tell. Like it doesn't look like, see what I mean? It doesn't look like it's clapboard. It looks like it's just like routed straight out. I don't know if they bought this like this or if they did that themselves. I don't know. It feels weird because normally with clapboard, you can run your finger down one way and you don't hear anything, and you run it down the other way and you get clickety clack. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm getting that same thing in both directions. Really weird. Really weird. Is what it is. Were they trying to do an Aussie wigwag back? Nice. Tina Marie from West Side Trains. I do remember Tina Marie. Yes. Yes. Jim was already playing on the word Jim. Jim was already playing on the word Jim. Gotcha. Thank you, Mike. Because, you know, gone. All right, let's how much did Rick pay Rita to wear that shirt? I didn't pay her anything at all. She gave me no problems wearing that shirt. I put it up there, and you know, she didn't acknowledge it one way or another, and then the video was made. She gave me no trouble at all. And I thought I was tired. Yeah, no. All right, let's jump into, let's see who's here, because that would be really cool. I've already been talking for 12 minutes, and I feel like we're not going to get anything done. Here we go. Participants button. It's a short list. Remember, guys, and somebody just left. Remember, guys, if you don't see your name over here, it's either because you haven't said anything in chat or you just haven't said anything in a while, and YouTube likes to remove people off of the participation list here. So say hello. Make sure you say hi to everyone in chat. Let everyone in chat say hi to you, and certainly I can say hi also. So we've got Oz America is in here. Deep Run Railroad, Deep Run Mike is in here. Look, people are popping in and popping out and going on all day long. Deep Run Mike is here. Thank you, Mike. Curly Express is here. Lynn McCurdy is on the list. Mike Rail Artist is here, and 3Dub is bringing up the bottom of the list tonight. That's Wigwag Workshop. Thank you guys so much. I did see, there he goes. He popped back in. Schuylkill River Valley is here. Thank you, John. Appreciate you being here. You see these guys in blue? I only got, or purple, whatever it is. These guys are my moderators. So tonight it's Artie and John. So they're here to keep me on track, which almost never happens. But more importantly, they're here to keep you in line. So if you do anything out of character, answer to those guys. So thank you guys so much for helping me out with that. Rick is all sparkling. Yes, I am. I am drenching myself here. Trying to keep myself full of liquids. I am definitely sparkling. Let's jump over to the STS schedule. So I like to show this to you guys, even on the Friday shows, so you know who is coming to you on Sunday. So we're all the way at the bottom of the month here, and it looks like this weekend is going to be Ray. So make sure that you jump on and check out Ray's channel. All of these guys have links in my description. You can find them there. I'm also going to pop up in chat. You should be able to see their links coming up. Boop, 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 boop. Make sure you click on those and subscribe to all the guys. Look at their channels, watch their videos. I'm sure they've been all over yours, and you guys can have fun with more videos. Who doesn't need more videos, right? All right. So all that being said and done, let's jump over here to the side cam. And this is where the fun happens, I think. Oh, I need my mouse. Bring my mouse over here. Oh, I was supposed to fill up my paint tray. That's all right. I could do it. I could do it manually. I always keep a little bit of water in a squirt bottle. I didn't fill up my my paint cleaner with water, so I want to make sure that I've got that. So there's not much that I need to talk to you about here. You guys want to see what's good down there. So let's go down to what I'm calling the droid cam, because it is my phone now. Boop. All right, these are all of the parts. I wish I could give you guys a wider angle, but if I move, the phone is all the way zoomed out. I want to make sure, zoom out. Okay. The phone is all the way zoomed out, and if I raise the phone up anymore, you're going to see it here in the camera. So I can't really do that. So these are all of the parts that came in the kit. And what I can tell you is a lot of these parts, I mean, obviously there's doors, there's decorative pieces for doors. You could see doorways in some of these things. This is definitely the outside of the stairs. This is probably the wall for the one side of the stairway. The garage doors that are on the front. I believe this part here is a part of the stairway floor. Can't say for sure why I'm thinking that, but I get a real good inkling that this is part of the stairway floor, and we know that for sure. Rusty just jumped in. Thanks for stopping in, Rusty. I appreciate it. So I'm guessing this probably gets glued like right there. That makes sense, because that's the stairway, right? So there we go. Question is, should we put it in with the word showing or not the word showing? We'll have to see as we go along. I'm being watched. Who's watching you? Oh, the moderators. You're the watcher. That's not a droid cam you're looking for. Yeah, this is not the droid cam you're looking for. Absolutely. I need to get him the wooden kit of the Institute we have here. Oh, yeah. I would love to see a picture of that and see if that's possible. You know, I have been thinking, and I'm not sure that I can do it. I don't know if I have the confidence to do it, but I do. I have the feeling that I want to scratch build my own wooden kit. As a matter of fact, JD's not in here, but normally Grandpa Wells would get on my case because we started a project, me, him, and Ray, I think a year or two ago. It has to be 2 years by now. Backfire Epsilon is here. Good to see you, my friend. We started a project where we were scratch building something that we had gotten from a set of plans that Ray found of an older house in Baltimore that I believe used to be his grandparents. You know, I don't know what happened in the project. I think there was a scheduling conflict. And then, of course, I had all of my issues, and we never really got to finish that. But I was planning on doing that out of styrene, and I got to start that, but never got to finish it. But I would really, really like to do something in wood. JD is at the Colonel Cottonbell's house. Oh, nice. You know, I did reach out to JD a couple of days ago. I just recently found out that I believe I'm expected to take a trip to Texas, work related. And I was trying to find out where everyone is, and find out where my work is sending me, to see if maybe I could tack on an extra day or two and find out if, you know, I could see any of our YouTubers. But it turns out, I think where they're going to wind up sending me is like 7 hours away from JD, so that's not possible. And I was thinking of reaching out to Jack, but I think Jack and JD are fairly close. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that too. But if you guys can think of anybody else that I could reach out to that might be in Texas, let me know, and I'll see if I can maybe hook up with them and catch some railroad. Get your work to send you here. I don't know if it's a possibility. We don't have any facilities in Australia, but we do work closely with DAI. And I know we've got a great working relationship with them. And I don't think that we've ever done any tours or anything. And we certainly don't have any IT presence there. But yeah, it would be great if I could. I haven't traveled out of the country for work yet, so I'm not sure if I even have to, or what entails with traveling for work. But there are 2 destinations that they could possibly send me to. One would be up north and one would be down south. So we'll have to see. John T lives in Texas. Who's John T? John Tanzillo? I thought he was in Florida. Exchange program. You got a bed here too. Nice. I wish, it's funny. We do have some offices that are over in, in the Indonesian islands, like Philippines and stuff like that. And I know they're not sending me there, but I could volunteer to go to Australia and at least maybe be in the same closer time zone to support those guys. We could try doing that. Deep Run says, Rusty, I can't imagine doing that. My challenge right now is to get the wooden window frame out without destroying them. Nothing like N scale wood frame window frames. Wow. That's, yeah, you may need to reprint them. What's up? What's up? I'm not repeating that, but what's up with you? Yes, Laredo, Texas. Laredo, Texas is I wasn't going to say it, but you said it, so it's out there now. Laredo, Texas is where our co-shipper is. So anything near Laredo, Texas, let me know, and I will try and get everything. Try and get out there. Okay, a couple things I noticed with a few of these parts. I've never worked with this type of texture, and I don't even know what this is called. Anybody got any idea? And I believe this is right side up. Yeah, it kind of looks like this. That's a better one. It's not clapboard. Would it be shakes? I thought shakes were on a roof. I'm not sure what it is. Anybody got any? Let me know. Let me know what you think. This would go like that, I think, unless that's a window. See, this doesn't have any up and down either. Oh, yes, it does. I could see it because it fades in. It fades in like from the top, and then I believe like where it's pronounced out here, that would be the bottom. So this is a up window and an up window. Good night, all. All right, Mike, take it easy. Thank you for stopping in. I was thinking graham crackers. Yeah, graham crackers would be a nice treat right now. That's awesome. Yeah, shingle siding or something. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. So 2 things jumped out at me when I was doing this kit. They give you 3 doors, but there's only 2 bays. So not really sure. I guess it's just maybe one to screw up if you screwed it up. This and this are obviously roof pieces. Well, this might not be. This, I think, is a roof piece. But what is weird is I have these two pieces here, which feels like they're MDF. But what's strange is I don't know, like, if you look at the end of these, they have those. And I'm not sure if that is something that's supposed to be there or if that's a leftover, because then there's this on the other side. But I can't imagine where that would go. Let's, and I'm not sure if it's going to be in the paperwork, but let's take a look at just by chance and see if it is. I don't think it is. I think these are just structural. Yeah, this is just main building and tells you how to do the bracing. This is kind of just a pictorial of like how to put the walls together. So this is what it looks like when it is together. But nothing like, so we're going to be guessing on a lot of these parts. But I like the technique that we did the last time, when we painted the last building. We stained it a real dark color and then we painted it and then blotted off the paint. I can't remember. I know at this point for absolutely sure, I know that we've done a natural wood building, and I know that we did a green building. We did a little barbecue hut that was blue. We did a red building. I can't remember. I think it might have just been a little shack that was blue. We did a yellow building. It wasn't wood, but it was a building. Pictures are better than nothing. That's true. We did show the picture again. What are you trying to do? Okay, so this is a kit that is from the company railroadkits.com. It's called the Franklin Electric, and this is the building. So it's got the main building, a staircase on the side, and then these two outcrop buildings here. But from my understanding, when I spoke with these guys like 2 years, maybe a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, when I first opened up this kit, we were going to do it like 2 years ago. And then I realized these were the only instructions or the only thing included. So I reached out to them, and the information I got from them was that they bought this kit from someone else. So someone else designed it. And this was the only information that they got in a PDF form. And they hadn't gotten around yet to making an actual set of instructions to the kit. So I don't know if the kit now comes with it. 3Dub and I looked last week on the website, and we did not see any new instructions listed on the website other than the diagrams that I just showed you. So not really sure exactly what that is, but I can only imagine that this must be the roof piece, because this looks just like similar in size. And this piece, this is the roof. And what you're supposed to do is squeeze this together and glue it up. And it kind of makes like a peaked roof like that. And then I would imagine that gets glued on top of that. And those pieces, because they're all the way around the sides, I'm guessing they're supposed to be there. So I'm not going to file them off. I'm going to leave them there, and we're going to see what happens. But that's gonna be what it is. This is the same. It's only got it on one side. So I'm going to take a guess and say that this is either has to be I mean, there's no wall that this fits on that's the same exact size other than the roof that comes down the stairs. And even that's a little longer. Nope. Oh, maybe is it the front? No, the front would be on this part. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of the name of it. English. The wood. Okay. Aussie's talking about something. I'm lost. It looks like a block facade. Yeah, it looks like it is, but it's not. You can see that these are some kind of like shingles. Come on, focus. Focus. All right, for some reason, it's not going to focus. There, I get it somewhat. Yeah, these are like some sort of like a shingle material. Instructions are for people that don't know what they are doing. Well, I'm not going to admit that I do know what I'm doing, but I will admit that I may not know what I'm doing. There we go. That's focused out. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of all of what I don't think is part of the outside structure of the building. This, I think, oh, that's right, because this is flat. That's right. I was wondering why this didn't have some sort of texture on it. And then I remember, let me see if I could quickly just bring this up. Hold on. Because I know there are pictures of this, a completed version of it on the building or on their website. Okay, now let's see if this is still working. Of course not. Let me change this. Hang on. Oh, because I had it as Google Maps. Okay, there we go. So there is that. All right, so this is the building. So there's one door in the back here. This looks like it's got some tin roof on it. And it looks like those are supposed to be there, those pieces there. So I was right that is the roof. And this is that piece that I was just showing you. And then it gets those lattice parts in there. I'm actually pointing to the monitor and using my finger to show you all this, not even thinking that you guys aren't seeing what I'm doing. And then this would be the side building. But I don't see, oh, it's right there. It's right there. So it's the roof for this side building. I don't think I can go. Can I zoom in anymore? Oh, it doesn't zoom on the picture. Crap. That stinks. Yeah, I can see it. There's little ridges right there. And then a tar paper roof. So that's that. They did it in gray. We're not going to do it in gray. And that's what I was just getting to a minute ago. I love how they cut that door. I'm going to do the same thing. I love that. We also did get, I'm pretty sure I probably showed these last week, but there are, so here's a bag with all the windows and doors in it, but there's also this thing here, which has, it looks, these are all metal pieces. There's a pallet, there's an oil, looks like I don't know what that part is, but this looks like it could be like an oil tank for the building, for like heater power. These look like they're coiled cables, possibly. Two of those. That might just be like an electrical panel of some sort. I don't know how I'm going to get in there and do that, but some pretty cool pieces. Yeah, that looks like it's just a drum with some trash in it. There we go. All right, so let's get rid of the pieces. I guess this I'm going to have, no, because this is going to go black. All right, I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to get rid of these. And we got to get to staining. I don't need these either. So there are 3 doors. So I was thinking they gave you 1 door to screw up on, but I guess there's no screwing up with this. None screwing up with this. We'll also get rid of that. All right, and then we are left with this. So we're going to stain all this, and I'm going to go with a dark stain. And you're never going to believe, hold on, because I see some colors coming up here. Hold on. Hang on. Yeah, rafter tails. Yeah, but normally what's weird is if it was, so the roof is angled, and I would think, you know, a rafter tails would follow the line of the, you know, the roof, the pitch of the roof. So the fact that that's going underneath of the pitch, they're coming out straight. It just looked a little odd for me, and that's why I wasn't following along as to what that was. Aussie agrees with John. Instructions are my plan B. Okay, all right. So, yeah, right, exactly, Curly. I do need 3 garage doors. The picture looks like tar shingle siding. Yeah, now that you mention it, it kind of does. But I've never seen that before. I've never seen tar shingle siding. I've seen it on a roof, but never on the side of a building. I would think that would be too much weight hanging down. They would fall off with a good wind gust. But you're right, that's what it does look like. You're painting it cream and green or cream and brown. No, because we went cream and green on the other building 2 buildings ago. So we're not going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is the 2 side buildings are going to be gray. And I think I'm going to do it like the picture is. 3 doors down, System of a Down. Very good. I like it. Good music. I don't see, oh, that was in there. I did see that. Yes. It's on the front. Brown and green would be kind of crappy. Yeah, I already did one of those. So we're definitely not doing brown. It's a Southern thing from the 30s. Oh. They come in rolls like tar paper. Okay. Because I've only seen them in, like, if you were doing a roof, you know, they come in like packs that are like 2 to 3 feet wide. And you throw them on the roof, you knock them down with a couple nails, put the next one on, and build. I've never seen it on the side of a building. Anyway, I think what we're going to do is the 2 side buildings, we're going to do gray, just like it is in the picture. The main house, what I'm hoping to do is with the undertone of black or stain that we're going to put on the building, I think I want to do this one orange. And I think we're going to go with something like really, really like orange. And then on top of the orange, see, I have choice. I could do a neon orange too, like a pumpkin orange, but I didn't want to go pumpkin. This looks more like traffic cone orange. And then I think what I want to do is then really weather this thing down and tone down the orange, or do the same technique that I did with the other building and blot it off to get rid of some of the orange. I don't want it like bright, like, you know, a Muppet. But I think I want to do orange. And you know what's funny? I think I want to get it to like the color of the truck. Maybe that, but not so matte, because that's a really matte truck. But something like that, but with dark spots. Not so much like rust spots, obviously, because it's, but would it look? So now the question is, since we're sitting here talking about this, the question is, since somebody already brought up that they're tar mats, okay, would the tar mats look silly being orange? Because now I feel like it could be aluminum. I've seen aluminum like that, shaped similar to that. Okay, so aluminum is leading towards gray, but aluminum can be painted. Over here, we used to know who worked in this steelworks and who worked for the railways paint department. Okay, right? Mississippi was full of that type of siding, a goldish tan color. Okay. I lived in a house like that in the 70s. Okay, awesome. So, an orange cat, orange paint. So, do you think with the tar paper texture, would it look silly doing it the way that I'm thinking of doing it? Because once I put in the windows, there's no going back. So I'm either going to have to take a break once it's painted and really take a look at it and say, is this right? Or does this need to be redone? What do you guys think? For now, I'm going to go with getting this thing. Oh, crap. Guess what I just did? I just slammed the bottle down and I got schmutz all over the place. You don't need windows. It blocks the view. Windows block the view? Block the view of what? All right, I think I'm all cleaned up. My hand's going to be colored for a little bit. All right, I need... Oh, my daughter stole my mixing cup. That bum. And I certainly don't want to go straight dark because that's just going to be dark. Dark. I think we're just going to have to do dark because I don't have my mixing cup. Okay, be right back. Hold on. I know where it is. Hang on. All right. It's not clean. Gotta watch. I have an open bottle here. All right. So, a little bit of stain. You know, all of the times that I have used this stain, I always do the same thing. I put the stain in the cup, and then I fill it up with some alcohol thinner just to thin it out. And then I use it, and then whatever's left over goes back in the bottle, and I'm not keeping track of how much the how much is in the bottle, how much it's mixed in the bottle. Like, pretty soon, thing's just going to be pure alcohol. Okay. There's that. I think I'm going to do a better job mixing if I just put the paintbrush in there. We need to block the view when Artie is out running around in the yard. Yes. Yes. Did Rick have to pee? No, I went to go get my cup because my daughter stole it last weekend when she was doing a painting project, and I never got it back. This thing's coming out gray. I like the way it's kind of weeping in, though. I think I thinned it too much. Kind of wanted it a little darker. Man, it is soaking up color. I'm doing like full paintbrush, and this thing, I know this thing is going to warp. This thing is just sucking up paint or stain. I know I want to paint the inside black, but yeah, this thing's already warping right in my hand. This stuff is hard to, my gosh, this thing's been sitting on a shelf for 2 years, and it is probably dried out so bad that it is just sucking in the stain. I'm not even getting a chance to spread it, really. And wait till you see this bend. I may just have to sit on this thing. Look. That curled so bad. I know I probably shouldn't be using the stain, but I need to get something on this to stop the curl. It's going to get painted black anyway. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, yeah, always. Always, Alan. I just didn't think it was going to... Didn't think it was going to do that much of a curl. So now we gotta weigh it down. And I've only got one weight. Something tells me I'm going to be wetting these later in order to... All right, so why don't we do this? Why don't we... I would need another cup. Why don't we try and do the back first? And what I'm going to try and do... Oh, I got a little tiny... I don't know what this was. Looks some kind of mixing cup. Don't know where that came from, but I'm just going to go with some water. And yes, that is a condiment jar like ketchup or mustard, just clear. I keep water in it right at the desk in case I need to mix with it or something along those lines. I'm going to put water on the back, and it's coming out pink because I'm using the same brush. Okay. So with that side wet, I'm going to flip it over and we're going to go back to our stain. Jeez. Vodka and water looks the same. Nice. One corner just doesn't want to take any stain. Okay, that's better. Curled a little bit, but not as much as the other one. And I think it only curled because I got to use so much stain on here. Because from the moment you touch the brush to the wood, it just soaks it up. I'm going to stack these one on top of the other. I think I'm just going to go ahead and just try and fill the back up. And I think what's happening is because this part is actually cut and this side isn't, I don't think the back is soaking up as much water as the front is, or liquid, we'll say, even though, yes, I'm using water. So when I get to the stain part, brought some small cups with lids a while back from the dollars. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know what I did? I found those little tiny like solo cups, and I liked using those. I had a problem with them. No, sorry, I'm thinking of something else. Originally, I remember I was mixing paint in a paper cup because it was all I had at the time. I didn't have plastic, and the alcohol in that I was using with the paint thinner completely destroyed the paper cup, and I had to throw the mix out. It got all gunky and paper was all inside the paint, and I didn't know about straining paint back then, so I just threw it out. Someone put a microbrewery in the old L&N train station here. Wow, that's cool. I got no room in my train room. I try my clothes in the train room. Oh my gosh. Better get 1, 2, 3 blocks. Yes, I have one here at my desk that I remembered to bring with me. I have two more that got packed up with the rest of the layout, so they're in storage. I did see there is a pack of 10 of them that are on sale on Amazon for like $63. or something along those lines. And I've been kind of just watching them, waiting to see if the price drops at all. But I think that's going to be as good as it gets. So I might wind up picking them up just to have a bunch on hand. All right. So this type of pattern, it looks like it's better to apply the stain upside down. It looks like things flow better, which is kind of weird because you're kind of fighting against the pattern. Well, is what it is. Put that on top of the stack. It's got to go that way. Okay. This hopefully should not curl as much. And of course, I still have to pop out all of these like doors and windows and things that they didn't do before they shipped it. So this one turned out okay. Not a whole lot of bend in that one. This should be a quick one. That one got stuck to the board. All right. Just trying to power through these. Guys, don't forget, it is Friday, so check out Dan's channel, Dan's Model Railroad Journey. I'll pop a link up in the chat for you. Make sure you stop over there and check out his live. He goes live at 9 o'clock, which is in just a minute or two. And he's got some really cool projects going on over there, some 3D print stuff and some scratch building. I certainly go over there right after I'm done cleaning up everything, so you will see me there. Really, really encourage you guys to go over and check him out. Got 3 more pieces. And then we'll call it a day. That one really got watered. And this one, I got a feeling, is probably going to be the worst because these things are going to, that's what she said, Rick. It's going to be a quick one. Yep. Rita knows. Something tells me that these standoff pieces here, these garage ends, they're going to curl right up. And I'm going to be screwed. I'll have to figure out a different way to flatten them out. There it goes. And I might just go over these after they're dry, because I know the stain is it's going to lighten up before, you know, the final product. So get that in there. Just trying to stack these one on top of the other in a neat little pile, off camera, of course. And we'll see how that goes. Awesome. Let's set those aside. I got to do a little cleanup here. Yeah, but I think that's going to be it for the night on that one, because we are just about done. And then next week we'll do some bracing and that's what I should have did. Why didn't you guys remind me? Oh, it wouldn't have curled up if I had the bracing done. See, even I don't remember the important stuff. I should have did the bracing first. Oh, the siding looks like cedar shakes with that stain. Yeah, now they do. Now they do. All right, so as soon as those are dry, gosh darn it, as soon as those are dry, you know how many times I looked at that paper too? And the paper, they only have 3 pages. The 3D print, or the 3D rendering showing you it's done. The page that shows you how to put the pieces together. And the 3rd page is, here's how you put the bracing on. Oh, gosh. Hey, you should have done the bracing. Well, thank you, Aussie. The best advice I've gotten out of Australia in a long time. Now it's time to read the instructions. Oh, Rusty. Curly says, do the bracing first. Oh my gosh. I'm over here trying to flatten out things, thinking, why is this happening? And now I know why. I didn't do any of the bracing, and not a single one of you had said it in the beginning. Oh, all right. Live and learn. When that stuff dries, I will get the bracing on it, and then I'll see about giving it a second coat and see if I can get the thing darker. Oh, that's the possum Bayou method. Yeah. Well, apparently we're going to adopt that over here at the Full Spaley Model Railroad. All right. So bracing before 2 weeks, and another coat of stain to get it a little darker. And then I think I'm still waking up. And then I think we should be able to get to paint after that. So that being said, let's jump over here to the main cam. Just want to say thank you. Well, get the microphone over here. All right. Want to say thank you to everybody for stopping in. Thank you for everybody who participated in chat, and for all your great ideas, and for all the ideas that you missed, and the ones that I missed too. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you being here. Going to roll the credits, and over there is going to be another video of mine. I've got a playlist down here, probably of all my woodcraft builds, and then right below me is where that like and subscribe button is. Don't forget, thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night.